said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition. Before we get into it, you know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this electrifying content with the people. We also going to talk some Packers today, too, as they have their first preseason game this Saturday. Y'all saw the title. Y'all know my frustration. You've seen the post this week. Hey, we got to talk about Shams again. I'm just at my wit's end with this Shams character. I'm just so frustrated. Every time something is dead, where it's like nothing going on ESPN, here comes Shams with the report that Giannis is still debating if he's going to leave the Bucks. Nothing is set in stone yet, says Shams. I'm so tired of this Shams Charania business on ESPN. It is so frustrating. Who are the sources? I want to start hearing names of people telling you this information. Because when this man comes on TV or on the show and tells you he wants to stay, a couple days later you say that's not true. Even though this man is live in 8K saying it, here comes Shams a couple days later. I'm getting reports and news from the Giannis camp that he's not coming. He's still debating if he wants to come back to the Bucks or force a trade. Nothing is set in stone yet for the Bucks that Giannis wants to stay. It's just not set in stone, says the great Shams Charania. Where do you get this information from? Why is nobody else reporting what you're saying? Why are you the lightning rod for this information? Why are even talking to you like that? I need information. I think Shams is some type of plant. I just don't know where he came from like that. Maybe I haven't been paying attention, but he just came out of the clear blue. I'm calling dude a plant. There's no way you just all of a sudden come to ESPN out the clear blue. Now you just got all this intel. Not everybody's telling you their business. Why are people talking to you? I need some answers for this Shams business. I am at my wits' end. I am so just agitated. Even in the comment section of some of his posts now, people are starting to like, hey, man, it's enough. Leave the Giannis alone. And then, hey, I'm seeing the real cut, though. People say, hey, we miss Woj. Woj wasn't on this type of foolishness. He just wasn't reporting anything for clickbait. It was way different when Woj was the source. I felt way more confident in the information. I know that it was thorough, and I know it wasn't just for clicks or clickbait. I think that this dude Shams is just doing this for attention, for clickbait, because there's no validity to what this dude is saying. Where did he come from? Somebody, what? Hey, friends and family, explain to me where this dude came from and why people are just want to just divulge all of this information to Shams. Why aren't they telling Jalen Rose? Why aren't they telling Michael Wilbon? Why Shams is the source? I need answers, friends and family. I know y'all some of the smartest in the building. I need answers. Like I said, I might have missed something. I might have missed his coming of age or what he was doing on ESPN that allowed him to get all of this information or become a source, because I need to understand where this dude came from and why he is this guy now that everybody is looking for to see what trades or what's going on. What did he do to become the guy? Man, listen. I wish y'all watch battle rap. If y'all watch battle rap, I'd be on my young ill. Hey, Smack, who is it, bro? Listen. I just want to know where he came from. That's all I'm asking is an explanation. And then on the flip side, it's gotten to a point now that I love Giannis. I love everything he's done. Y'all know that, right? But it's time now. It might be time for Giannis to do a full, just like media day. Hey, I'm staying. Don't listen to nothing nobody's saying. I want to be a Milwaukee Buck for life. Blah, blah, blah. But I think at this point now, what Shams is doing has caused things to reach fiasco status. You understand me? It's reaching fiasco status. So I really think, like, I know that y'all all know Giannis is staying and all of that good stuff. Please hit the like button, friends and family, as you come in the building. But now it's at the point, friends and family, where Giannis has to draw a line in the sand, saying, "I have to let this team. I need to let the fans know. I need to let the state of Wisconsin know that I'm going to be here." If Giannis, if LeBron could do all that hoopla for the decision, at least Giannis can do just a quick media day at Fiserv Forum. I'm here to stay. I just want y'all to know that I'm tired of all these narratives going around. I'm tired of fans being concerned that I'm leaving. I'm tired of reports that I'm leaving every 3 days. He needs to come out and just say it. Enough is enough. Even if you like the attention, it's at what cost? Like I'm saying, Giannis, please don't put yourself in a position to get turned heel. Again, let me repeat. Giannis, you're doing so much good. Do not put yourself in a predicament to get turned heel. I've seen it happen. We've seen it happen with Rodgers. We've seen it happen with Favre, where they could do no wrong. They could walk on water, and then they kept poking the bear with this. I want to stay. I want to leave. I want to retire. I want this. And then all of a sudden, the people turned on him. I don't think that's Giannis's fate, but I'm going to tell you, Giannis, and people that deal with Giannis, he needs to come out and say what it is. It's enough with all these games, with all these interesting individuals, these Kai Sanats and I Show Speed, all these interesting individuals. I'm going to just say that. It is officially time, Giannis, to now say, I want to be a Milwaukee Buck for life, or whatever he needs to say. Heck, you in Greece, do it in Greece. The national media is all there. You don't even have to call. Hey, bring the cameras here. Hey, you. Bring the cameras here. I got something to say. They gonna come? All you gotta say, hey, my name, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I will be a Buck for life. I'm getting a statue over there. I ain't going nowhere. I'm cut from the cloth of the players that came before me, not this current dweeb generation. I'm out. Some real fly like that. He should say some real fly like that. But yeah, it's enough now, friends and fans. I'm just really getting frustrated. And this Shams with that smile. Oh, bro, I just need answers to where he came from. That's it. I just really want to understand why him. Why is he the guy? And you know what have made me feel better about this whole Shams transition? Maybe if Woj would have kind of brought him in and kind of introduced him to the people, kind of just like incorporated him so we can understand or know where he's from. Instead, Woj started doing his thing, and then we're just giving Shams. We didn't ask for Shams. I'd rather somebody else like Kenny Smith be the source. Why can't Kenny Smith, Charles Barkley? Why can't they be the source? Who was this Shams? Like I said, I think it's an industry plant. I'm just being real. I think he's an industry plant. It just doesn't make sense. He's here to push narratives and an agenda. He's Shams, until further notice, is here to cause confusion amongst the people. Real talk. First half of the show, though, we're going to definitely talk Bucks, and on the back half, we're going to talk Packers. I know my boy Bleacher Report Boss was actually on site a few times. He got a lot to say. We're going to get in that. But I want to address this Sham stuff, and I also know that Giannis Greece played Belgium. Giannis didn't play. He suited up. I know we're also monitoring that. We don't need to talk about that too much since he didn't play. But Giannis, if you didn't play, you definitely can say a few things. I know you see all this media. I know you see in these reports. Just say what it is, bro. Stop playing. You too old for that. You 30 now, bro. Quit playing. Just say what it is. Stop playing. It's too much now, bro. Stop playing. Seriously. It's enough. Let me see who in the building. Salute to friends and family, too. It's been a minute. I had to chop it back up with y'all. It's been almost a week. Yeah, salute friends and family. What up, Luke? Appreciate you tapping in. Robert Brooks, what's good? Kenny Mack, good to see you. AB, what's good? Greg Delaney in the building. Jeff Riley, what's good? The childish one, what's good? The homie, Mr. 414 in the building, what's good? Saul Cali, what's good? Queens of the chat, Pam Davidson here representing, what's good? Appreciate you. Robert Brooks, what's good? Appreciate you. What up, boy, mommy? Queens of the chat in here, tough. Salute. Tony B, what's good? Romero, what's good? Appreciate y'all tapping in. Mr. Cool, the legend in the building, what's good? JST Fresh Tech, appreciate you, bro. The link is in the chat. Let me put that in here too before we get too far off in it. Jimmy Roller, my dude, was good. Derek Stevenson was good. Appreciate y'all tapping in. What up, K Real? Good to see you, bro. Let me put the link in the chat as well here. Get to some of these comments. Hey, Mr. 414, that's all I'm saying, bro. 2 words from Giannis will kill all of it. I'm staying. It don't gotta be nothing. It doesn't have to be some type of theatrical performance. Just come on and say it. Hell, he could just turn on his phone, just go live. Hey, at Bucks, I'm not going nowhere. I love Milwaukee. That's it. And do you know how the fans would shower him with love and affection and appreciation? But you want to play this game, bro. Like, hey, like I'm telling y'all, and I'm not wishing this, I'm not speaking it to existence. The people can turn on you when you play with their emotions like Pinocchio. The people can turn on you. Be careful playing this game. That's all I'm saying to Giannis. Be careful, bro. The people can and will turn on you. You got to relax. What up, Mr. Cool? Yeah, I might have to do a Brewers live. You right. Hey, let me tell you something, Mr. Cool. Amtrak and Bleacher Report be on me about that. I'm so frustrated with the Brewers from being so excited about the potential. The bats are working, the pitching's working, so and so is healthy again, and then we get into the postseason, and the bats go. Every season since 2011, the bats in the postseason. I want to believe, Mr. Cool, but they got to show me something first. They got to show me something, Mr. Cool, because they've been shaming this state for about 14 years now in the postseason. They'll win 30 games in a row going into the playoffs and then lose every game in the playoffs. Like, it just, the Brewers, it's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to unpack with the Brewers. A lot to unpack. No, the Brewers are cooking, Kenny Mac. I see you. Yes, the Brewers are cooking. I understand that. But, again, I want to see it when it matters most. That's all I'm saying. This dude, Jimmy Rose, said, I don't have much time today. Just looping in real quick. Just want to say Shams eats bananas for the shape, not the flavor. This is crazy. It's crazy. He needs to chill with the Giannis. Yeah, it's an infatuation with Giannis. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Yeah, like I said, K Real, I get that Giannis wants the attention. I get it. But at what point is it going to be diminishing returns? Mr. Cool said there was a time when Giannis just wanted to play it and was low key. Now he always has a sense of humor, but now Giannis loves the attention. I agree. I do think he loves the attention. I really do. And I get it to an extent, but there's too many other people that are dependent upon you being in the Milwaukee Bucks uniform. There's families. There's so much involved in Giannis being a Milwaukee Buck that it's a little bit selfish to be playing this game when so many people are impacted by your decision. Like, for example, if Giannis were to leave, that changes. It will be a cloud over the city of Milwaukee. Everything changes downtown. It's just everything stops that's being built because of that man's departure. And he has to take that in consideration when doing certain things and playing playing these games. Like back in the day, if Jordan was retiring, he said he was retiring. He actually did retire. Now, if he came back, he came back. But it wasn't no hoopla. Hey, I'm done. This it. This my last season. Blah, blah, blah. It's not all of this back and forth. Just say what it is and be done with it. Regardless of what your decision is, we're going to respect you for not playing with people's emotions. It's like you continue to date a girl you really don't like that because it's comfortable. Why would you do that to somebody? Hey, this ain't working out for me. I ain't feeling it no more. I'm out. I wish you the best. Instead, you dragging her along. You're doing this and that. And then you get mad when she cuts your tires. Just saying. Just saying. I'm just saying. Y'all really believe... Hey, okay, I see Kenny Mack, Mr. Cool, couple. Y'all really believing in the Brewers this year? We gonna see. We gonna see. Birdman was good. Giannis doesn't have to constantly publicly commit. The rumors will just put out by Shams in a half year. No, it's not constantly publicly commit. It's to do it for real for once, not this half talk. Just come out and say it like on a big stage, like the Bucks, even in Greece. I am staying with the Bucks, period. He needs to say it like that. Say it with his chest. And then the rumors will stop. You have to say it for real. He hasn't been, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's all the jokey key. No, just come on. Hey. No more games. I'm a Milwaukee Buck for life. I love Milwaukee. Blah blah blah. 30 seconds is all it takes. And it would just have a huge impact on the fan base. That's a fact. Yeah, he's been saying it halfway publicly, but if that was me and I'm saying publicly, allegedly, that I want to stay with the team and it's not enough, I'm gonna come and make it a big production now, so we know. And then that puts Shams to sleep. You're half doing it. He got to fully commit and just say what it is. Period. That's all we're asking. Right, Kenny Mack. Hey, Brewers winning right now. We'll see in the playoffs. That Sherelle, my girl, came in here. Thank you, Sherelle. And hold off on that Brewers live until mid-October. Laughing out. We know how it go. That's what I'm. Queens of the chat came in with, hey, they came in with the lifeline, like, hey, no live until October. I'm trying, hey, Sherelle, I'm a supporter of the Brewers. I got Yelich jerseys, Robbie Yount jerseys. I support the Brewers, but I'm also not a damn fool. I know that if I want to look and try to predict the future, I have to look at the history. And the history of the Milwaukee Brewers is epic fail after epic fail. We haven't been dangerous for real since we had Prince Fielder. We haven't been dangerous for real since that team with Prince Fielder and Ryan Braun. Now that team was dangerous. They actually underperformed and they went far. That was a championship caliber team. Damn, we was cold. We had Prince and Ryan Braun was on them PEDs. Ryan Braun was putting in work on them PEDs. Damn, he was out there beasting. We had a nice little lineup. Damn, man. But that's the last time that I felt that we were dangerous. All these other teams, they regular season. The Brewers is like LeBron's Cavaliers, early Cavaliers teams. They'll have the best record in the NBA, blah, 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 get put out early or just get disrespected. Same thing with the Brewers. Have a great record, come to the playoffs, and then get treated. Sadly. I would love to do a Brewers live, but they have to earn it. They got to earn it. Birdman said Scam said he and Giannis are good. He knows Giannis as much as we do. Right. That's it. I don't think he know y'all. I think he's just saying stuff. I really do. Jeff said I'm hoping for my all-time dream world at that. I would be going down to Houston to watch them Brewers games. If you know Houston, you know why. Let that happen. I'm going to home game. I'm going to the Astros, the Houston games, and the Milwaukee games. It will be lit. It is a bit egocentric, Jimmy Roller. I do agree, but I'm hoping that sooner than later that he will rectify and truly put an end to all of these rumors. That's all I'm saying. It just is what it is. The childish one said, why would the Bucks sign Miles and waive stretch Dame if Giannis might leave? Shams got no common sense. Would be nice to hear from him, though. I feel you on that. That's all I'm saying. There is no disrespect, childish one. I'm just saying that just put it to bed, Giannis. You have the ability to put it to bed. Put it to bed. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I think that's reasonable. Bleacher Report Boss, you good? Let me tap you in. So I'm saying I'm not going in. I'm not trying to pick no fights. I just it's just the frustration with the Shams every few days, bro. And he always smiling and with the Kool-Aid smile. Is very frustrating to me. I tell we gonna get into the Packers in a little bit too, but I just want to get your thoughts on yet another Shams rumor.
Man, all right. First of all, what's up, Bucks Nation? What up, Packer Nation? And Brewers too.
Right. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Yeah,
VP.
too. Man, like real quick, Brewers got like I with you. Like I want the Brewers to see them watch it.
Right.
Trying to, but it's like back in my mind. I keep saying to myself, man, playoffs. I just can't. I can't put it. That I gotta wait till I gotta see it. You gotta show me first.
Right.
But the Shams, like it happened a couple of days ago. I text you guys. I text you. I text Antrax. I'm like, I'm not even watching the clip. I ain't watching no clips or anything. You just get the notification. I'm like, okay, what are you talking about? So I watch it. Talking about it's not set in stone yet.
That's what I don't like. That's what I don't like.
I'm like, he got 2 years left on this deal. Now, if I'm an agent, let's put a hypothetical. I'm his agent. I'm not talking about it right now until closer to the not this season,
next
season.
season, right? That's true. Fair point, Bleacher.
If I'm the agent, I'm like, all right, let's see if they'll trade you probably next year and probably closer to what the because be for honest, if you like an owner or GM, you don't want to get nothing for that player. So
right.
And if you play hardball, I won't say nothing right now until next year. Like you play this year, everybody signed 1 year deals, and then we talk about this next year. But it seems like Shed's not thinking like, oh, Giannis wants to get traded now, or he wants to still he don't know yet. I'm like, there's nowhere else he can go right now. Rosters are set, and I know people that can. What team go? Who's going? Who going to empty up the hall for Giannis then? Who going to give all?
You know what I want him to do? To say the trades and the team and the source. That's what I want. I want the source, the team, and the speculated trades. I want you to put it on the table. Let us know. Oh, this source. I hate that. That's like somebody snitching on you, and then they got it protected or it's sealed. You can't know. No. I want to know. No, I want to know. This is ridiculous. And I just want to know why is he the person that has access? What did Shams do to get access to all these people for all of this information? Why him? That's it. Explain to me what Shams has done to garner all of this goodwill within the sports community where people are just telling him all their business. Just Shams.
You know what this reminds me of? You're going to laugh on this one. Remember the episode where Will Smith finally committed in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? He finally committed and get Carlton this Chictionary.
Right, yeah, I read him over. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. That's actually a classic.
He'll do with it. He'll know what to do with it because he just want to keep on making these calls.
Appreciate you, Kenny. Yeah.
To me, it's getting to the point now that the fan base are like, okay, Giannis, you gotta say something at this point. You know they're gonna keep on bringing this up over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
You know we upset about it. Like, why just end it? If you want to leave, then we respect that. But you like, I don't know yet. I don't know.
Yeah, you double dutching. But I know he's come out on different platforms or different people's show to say, he likes Milwaukee, but I just want him to say emphatically on a platform, I want to be a Buck for life. I love Milwaukee. I'm not going anywhere. Just like a boy mommy was saying, it's like you're playing with the fans' hearts and they're in your hands.
It's like you relate. Don't want to, like you just said, like it's like we're in a lake ship and you just keep playing with us. Like, well, I don't know. I don't know. We've been
All right. Then somebody lash out, and then eventually somebody gonna lash out, and that's what you don't want. And I
No,
like
then
I said, the much as I've seen Giannis and watching his story and watching him just kind of become an NBA superstar, I don't want you to get here and then the fans turn on you for playing too much. That's all I'm saying. I don't want the fan base to turn on you, Giannis, for playing too much, because that's what you're doing. You're playing too much.
and one point that I also want to say is everybody got mad at B Shaq for saying this. Everybody got mad for B Shaq
Shout
what
out
he
to B
said,
Shaq.
and he was right. I mean, I'm not saying the part of Giannis, but it's like Giannis is not diffusing the attention right now. He
Correct.
has to diffuse it. I'm not saying he's not want to be here. I'm saying he's not diffusing it. He have too much fun
Right.
online than we saying. And Shams like, well, like, cause he got to the point where he even called in on ESPN Milwaukee in the afternoons to try to explain himself, and I'm still saying to myself, bro, nobody will hear you. Nobody like that's even those guys was like they was still like, how do you do this? Like it's almost season. Well, they almost traded Drew Holiday. I was like, that was different because Giannis the guy who moved everything. He's like a universe, and we all moving where he going.
Yeah, but
Like
the
we just
thing is, too, though, I will say this, and this is why I'm really frustrated. Somebody said in a comment, my apologies for a friend or family member I don't remember, but they were saying, like, you don't waive and stretch Dame. You don't sign all these players if Giannis isn't staying. And we understand that logically. We as fans know that. The problem is that maybe outside of our ecosystem, they don't know. And that's what Giannis needs to rectify, is the people that don't understand the logistics, that don't see that part of it. A fan is short for fanatic. And when you're fanatical about anything, you're not gonna always be logical. So
right.
fans hearing that, they're immediately gonna, is he getting traded? I thought you said he wasn't getting traded in my IGs and whatever. Hell, I thought you said he wasn't going anywhere. Now that Shams is saying, and that's why I'm getting upset, because it's people that really are believing what Shams is saying, and that's the problem. And he's just saying anything. It's like you're not even telling us where you're getting this information. Like, what is the source? They said exactly this, and that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want from this dude. I could come online and say anything. I should just come online and start doing video. Hey y'all, Giannis said he want to go to wherever, to the Washington Wizards, so he can reunite with Chris Middleton. Just say anything. Just say anything, because that's what I feel like with Shams. And when you do it, and the Shams don't understand when you playing, you know what I'm saying? Once you're doing this so long, we're gonna be looking at you. That anything you say, we're just gonna think you playing. You know what I'm saying? You're losing validity by playing like this too, Shams. You're losing validity because we know it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. I feel like it's just like a big joke and playing with people's emotions. Go ahead, VP.
Well, been the problem for the last. It's been going on 5 months now. Even after the season ended, well, we don't know. He's thinking about it, and I'm like, all the moves. You know, you got Miles Turner talking about he talked to Giannis. You know, you got everybody signing 1 year deals, less deals that to stay here. They could have been left.
Right.
That's not part. That's not part that kind of frustrates me is they could have all these guys that signed could have been left when we got more money, but like, okay, we're gonna stay here.
Easily. Easily.
Like you're not thinking. And then this is wide open in the East. Why even check? Why league? Why go to a team that you're gonna have to know everything differently? You have to know
I
all
almost
this.
think it's the worst troll ever. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it just feel like it's one of the worst trolls ever by like Shams and Yan. Like, it's just ridiculous.
We just seen what happened with Dame. What Dame went through. Like it's right there, right in front of you. That man's making $70 million this year alone. Not even playing.
Correct.
Not even playing. He sick. He kicked back. He's good. Like
Right. Right. And he back at his home team. Right.
yeah.
It's just like I said. I don't want to harp on this. I want us to get to some Packers stuff too. Then we gonna come back to the Bucks. But I just want this saga to emphatically end on the voice of Giannis. I want him to just come out, poke your chest out, and say what it is. I would make it a real slick little event. Have all your little sneakers behind you because you know after you say all this positive stuff, people gonna feel good about you again. I have my the Bucks arena, the little interview area. Have my shoes by me. Hey, I'm staying. I love the Bucks. I'm gonna donate some of these shoes to the Y. Blah blah blah. Just to generate some, you know what I'm saying? Some just positive vibes. He could do something like that. Do that, Giannis. I'm trying to give you some ideas. Come on, Giannis. Stop playing with the people like that. We already got to take. We don't know if you want to leave or stay. We already on pins and needles that you hooping in grease. How much can I take?
Exactly.
Like a couple of my exes used to tell me, how much can I take?
Oh,
Shout
my
out to
God.
them. Shout out to them. Shout out to
Yeah.
them. Because that's what it feels like. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how much can I take of this? Like, just, what is it?
Man.
What is it?
Well, you think this is worse or Brett? Real quick, you think this was worse than Brett Favre was doing?
Nothing is worse than the Crockware. Nothing is worse than the Crockware. Nothing. If you know why I called them the Crockware, you should go look that up.
Brewers won 5-4.
Okay, Brewers. I see y'all getting y'all Peyton Manning on. I see y'all getting y'all Peyton Manning on. I see y'all. Yeah, getting that. I don't want to be disrespectful and call him Kirk Cousins. That would be wild disrespectful. I don't want to call the Brewers Kirk Cousins. I would just say Peyton. And if y'all know why I call it Peyton has like the best regular season record ever. But then in the postseason, not so much. Right. In the postseason, not so much in the postseason. Not so much. And I feel like that's what the Brewers are. We style of profile. We Ric Flair. We Ric Flair during the regular season. We Ric Flair. And then in the postseason, we're just a guy. We're just a guy.
No, you're not that guy.
Right. Oh no, you know, we go from Ric Flair to Barry Horowitz in the playoffs. Hey, the Brewers in the regular season is Ric Flair. Soon as the playoffs start, Barry Horowitz. Know your wrestling. Know your wrestling. I'm way back from on my wrestling game. Man, unfortunate.
Speaking of that, all the deals with the NFL and the...
Oh yeah. Hey, you want to talk about that? Go ahead and give the information on that real quick, VP. Go ahead.
All right, if whoever knows, you probably saw the news today that the ESPN NFL made a deal for Red Zone and the marketing deal. So all those deals gonna be next year. WWE has signed a deal with the ESPN to have all the PLEs next year to ESPN streaming. If you have cable providers and stuff, you shouldn't pay nothing extra. But if you don't have it, it's gonna be $28, $29 a month. From we pay like $12 to $29. So
that's it's a little steep.
It's a little steep, but I'm thinking it's more of what's gonna get you bang for your buck. And it's trying to expand more outside. I know I'm kind of not really feeling it right now, Sue, but nothing's gonna be changed over from either NFL or the WWE till next year. So March next year, that's gonna be the last one for the PLE for WWE, and next year the NFL.
And what about the other services? Are those is that changing right away, or what's the step?
It's gonna be changed by end of the month, but it won't be a full effect till next year. So probably everything, the ESPN and the ESPN, NFL, all that's gonna be in one package. That's pretty much why I'm probably gonna get it, because it's gonna be the NFL Network, the Red Zone, the game's gonna be on there, and they're gonna have WWE live events on there. So that's why it's probably.
Wait, so all of that is gonna be $30?
Yes.
A month? That's not bad.
Yeah, I thought about it. I'm like, I was thinking about that because, like, man, why you got all that? But then thinking about it more, I'm like, okay, I don't have to pay extra. But you
think about it, you pay $20-some a month just for Netflix, and then with this $30, you're getting a lot. I feel like a lot more value over Netflix to an extent.
Yeah, I had to think about it all day. My thought was it was gonna be like you pay for a service, then you gotta pay extra for it. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Right. Yeah, but it's really just like an extra dub. Extra 20 something. Okay. I get it,
Yeah.
but I guess that's a lot of value. You're getting Hulu, you're getting this, you're getting that. Yeah, so it's Hulu, ESPN, WWE,
And Disney
NFL,
Plus.
and Disney Plus, and then NFL, right? That's a
Yeah.
lot. That's a
It's gonna
lot.
be all together. It's gonna be all together.
You know why this is happening, just for friends and family to give y'all a little background to why all this is happening. The big cable providers was taking advantage of the people for a long time until certain services came along that were offering a much greater value at a much lower price. And that was called cutting the cord. And after that became a real thing, this is when the cable mafia recalibrated, and this is what they're doing now to try to get people back into that ecosystem, because they know they see now that the people aren't going to really buy it like that a la carte. So if they know they're not going to buy it a la carte, then you bundle it, right? You got to create a meal deal, and that's what they're creating now to try to get the people back. I'm gonna stay doing what I'm doing, but I do think that that's a solid value. I do think that's a solid value for what they're trying to do and bundle. I don't think that's a terrible deal. They have to make things more affordable and more attractive because people don't have to buy it. There are a ton of other resources available to watch that content at a much cheaper price. That is why this is such an affordable price. It's not by choice, it's by need. It's by need. Trust me. If y'all need to understand why I'm saying that and it sound crazy, if y'all ever heard of what's my boy, Omi and the Hellcat, he was on that type of time. That's how he got rich, on that type of time, on alternate programming. So just to put that out there, you're gonna see more of this bundling of different networks to try to get people to actually pay for their content. That's what's going on. I just want to give y'all a quick little summary of why this is all happening like that. Go ahead, VP.
Yeah, it's been like I said. This morning when I saw the news, I was kind of a little upset about it. I was kind of fuming, but then when I thought about it, and then I actually read what they're actually bringing to the table with it, I'm like, okay, now it's gonna be okay. Okay, I understand now, but then also it's not gonna be till next year anyway. So it's just the NFL Network wanted. The NFL got 10% of the stakes of ESPN, so they wanted to control what they're doing. So that's another thing that I saw that. I'm like, oh, okay,
Oh,
they
good
trying.
looking, Mr. Cool.
I think ESPN chose. it's I'm done with that, man. I'm like he need to stop. He need to
All
stop
right.
with the tweeting and stuff, man. Like, and he know we get mad. He know we get mad. Like he know we get mad because he's all trying like I'm just my integrity and blah blah. No, man.
All right. Hey, Derek Stevenson said B Shack started the conversation. Facts. That was much needed. Giannis is no longer the smoothie loving kid. He loves the attention. There is
He
validity to
does.
that.
He does. I mean, nothing wrong. I mean, he did. He won a championship. He won 70 Ps. He's getting that life.
All right.
Everybody loving him, but now it's like you ain't did in years now. Like
Right.
when you were, I mean, I'm not saying that bad way. If you're a killer, you ain't satisfied with one. You
Right.
want another. You ain't
Right.
playing around. Like
Facts.
look at Patrick Mahomes. Like that man won another one. Tom Brady, not the best, but the best of all time, like you said. I thank you for saying it was Joe Montana. I never been out to see him play, but Joe Montana, you know he's Super Bowl. Like you knew he didn't care about none of that stuff. He wanted to win. I ain't seen that man talk crazy. I ain't seen him in the news. All I know, like man, once I'm on the
Joe
field,
Montana been clutch his whole life. I'll just say that. From Notre Dame to the NFL, Joe Montana was clutch his whole life. I'll just say that. I don't want to black out on Tom Brady, but I will tell you that Joe Cool Montana never needed a field goal kicker to save his life. He would never be inducted in the Hall of Fame alongside a kicker. We don't even remember the kicker for the 49ers. No one remembers the kicker for the 49ers because he wasn't needed. Everyone remembers the kickers for the New England Patriots because they won multiple Super Bowls on the leg of a kicker. Your legacy looks a lot different if those field goal kicks are missed. And that's the difference why you can't be my GOAT, because your destiny wasn't in your hands and you're the GOAT. It was in someone else's hands. You didn't catch the body. Vinatieri was catching the body. That's the difference. And also, Joe Montana, under no circumstances, I don't care if we're playing on Mars, the moon, or Saturn, would ever lose to a backup quarterback in the playoffs, let alone the Super Bowl. Just wouldn't happen. Joe Montana is the greatest NFL quarterback of all time, period. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not about to debate with you. You look at the people he played in the Super Bowl, and before he got to the Super Bowl, they destroy anything that Brady was facing. Destroy anything that he was facing. That a level of elite talent that was in the NFC during the reign of Joe Cool Montana was historic. Those Giants teams with the Lawrence Taylors, the Reggie White Eagles, the Dallas Cowboys, the Washington Redskins when they had Mark Rippon. What are we talking about? The new media just disrespect everybody, bro. It's like that stuff isn't on film. Like you can't go back and watch Joe Montana giving people work like that. Absolutely insane. And the thing is, will make it crazy, right? It'll be like it's one way in one sport, then it's one way in the other sport. You'll say in football, well, Tom Brady's a GOAT because he has 7 championships, right? But then you'll say in basketball that LeBron is in the GOAT conversation, even though he has a losing record in the championship discipline of his particular sport. It just doesn't make sense. 1 + 1 has to equal 2. It's just so frustrating with these media and narratives. They're the reason I do this, just to tell the truth, because lies unchallenged become the truth. It's just what it is. Lies unchallenged become the truth, and we here to tell the truth to the people.
What's up? What you want to say? What you want to think about? Talk about the Packers first, then.
Go ahead. Nah, it's just about to say. Go ahead with the full rundown, the full Packer update.
All right. So so unfortunately, I went to the Packers practice like a week ago. It was too hot for me, man. It was way too hot. I had to get out of there, man. It was like 89 degrees. But what I saw and what I seen is, first of all, the defensive backs are great. You know, Hobbs is hurt right now.
Okay.
He has surgery on his knee, and he might play for the first game, but I doubt it. But their back line is good. It's great. They got guys that ball hawking. The problem is right now is we still don't know about the defensive line. So I don't know.
Oh, no. We do know about the defensive line. They are the best salsa dancers in the world. They should be practicing Cuban. They practicing Cuban dancing right now. They down in Key West practicing Cuban dancing right now, having a key lime pie. That's what they do, and that's all they know how to do is dance on the line. They get no pass rush. We ain't had no pass rush in the Packers uniform since Cullen Jenkins on the defensive line. Or no, was KGB before or after Cullen Jenkins? He before. Okay, so yeah, Cullen Jenkins. All the rest of them dudes, Kenny Clark, Basura. What's the other clown name?
Vanessa.
No. Clark and what's the other one?
Oh man. Gary, Rashawn
Gary. Look, garbage. Get them both out of here. Man. I wish we could cut both of them to keep real. But go ahead, Bleacher. Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you. Go ahead, Bleacher.
And then your boy Quay Walker.
Oh, Quay Walker, bro. He's a low IQ player. He's definitely low IQ. But go ahead, Bleacher. Let me not jap out like that.
I mean, the linebacker Cooper. He gained weight, but he's faster. Look out for him. I think that with Matthew Golden, they gotta use him as a slot receiver and outside. They want to keep Jalen Reed as the slot. too as well. They want to keep him in the slot. They're trying to see what they're gonna do with Wicks, but it's rumors that they might trade either Wicks or Dobbs, but I doubt it because nobody's gonna take them. They're not gonna. They're just guys that's all twos, not ones like it was like 10 years
Okay.
ago. They want to get more the tight ends more involved in the offense with Musgrave and Tucker Craft. They want to get them guys more involved in the offense. Malloy got hurt a bit in practice last couple days ago. It was a hit that Hobbs did on his knee, but they want him to get more involved too. They don't want to have Jacobs going too much.
That's what I was saying before. Remember, I was telling you that he shouldn't. I don't want him carrying as much as he did last year. They got to get Lloyd in there a little bit. And speaking of the offensive line, did you see anything with Aaron Banks, or did he play at all?
No.
Okay.
No, he didn't play. But they're trying to. What the main problem they're trying to do right now is left tackle. I think Rashad Walker.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to pay him guaranteed money beyond next year because they're going to probably trade him or let him go. They don't want to give him too much guaranteed. Same problem right now with our new center. I forgot his name.
Let me see if I got it.
Jenkins.
We lost Myers. I know that.
Yeah, Myers. Yeah, he's done. He was cooked. He was washed. He was our left tackle last year. He's our center now. I'm trying to remember his name. Chat, please help me out with this real quick.
That's Aaron Banks. Aaron Banks he's expected to go to left guard.
Yeah, but Aaron Banks. Yeah. I'm sorry, my guy.
Yeah, Aaron Banks is expected to be left guard.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Left guard. I'm talking about left tackle. My bad. Yeah, Aaron new signing. He's locking lower. He's gonna be good. Who was it? Elton Jenkins. There we go. Elton Jenkins.
Okay.
He's going to be center, but he wants guaranteed money this year too. He's really upset that they pay him the extra money. But it's like I said, the Packers want to dibble dabble right now with the offensive line because they really don't know. They want Monk, the guy we drafted last year, to look around the first round pick we had last year. Which I don't know why they drafted that guy. We just talked about earlier. Like they just passed on a couple of guys we could have had if you could have got that. If you didn't want him, could have got.
But we got that Anthony Belton dude too, though, didn't we? For the offensive tackle, is that something in the third round?
Yep, exactly. They want to look at him too. They just want to be they want to be cheap a little bit, but at the same time, they don't want to put too much money on the offensive line. But my thing is, if you paying Jordan Love that much money, you gotta do everything you can to protect them. So this year they're gonna put more reins up, letting him do his thing this year and try to go down the field because they said they ran the ball a little bit too much because they couldn't simplify because he got hurt. They're trying to downplay what happened last year with him not playing very well. They're not saying he regressed. They just said that he was just hurt. And I'm like, well, I mean, yes, we want him to carve his own way, but the problem is we can't wait this long.
Right.
They got a brand new president now. Name's Ed Policy, I believe. I forgot his name. We got a new president. It's not oh my God, I keep forgetting his name. Mark Murphy anymore. He's gone. So Bob Mark Murphy, and then we got this other guy now.
Oh, I got his name. Hold on. Gutenberg, or what is it? Let me see.
Is Ed something.
Brian Gutekunst. Gutekunst.
No, that's the GM. That's
GM,
Brian
right?
Gutekunst.
Okay.
Our new president, the new president, Ed.
He's clearly German. Okay. No, the GM is German. Gutekunst means good art in German. I speak fluent German too. I know y'all don't know that, but yeah, that too.
That's sweet.
Go ahead though, Bleacher.
Yeah, but the new president said that he's probably he's not going to sign them long term yet until after this year and see what happens because they want to probably get more down in the playoffs this year. And this division, best division in the league, my opinion.
Agreed.
And they was 1-5. There was a nail clip away being 0-6 in this division last year. Playing too much. Oh my God! Come on.
No straight. Shout out to those straight. How many first round exits y'all want Giannis to suffer through? Y'all wasted Mr. Potato Heads, bro. Yeah.
Well, guess what? You're not even gonna make the playoffs this year.
Y'all ain't making a play. Hold on. Let's get in Dr. Smith. I know Dr. Smith want to talk some Packers. Hold on one sec. What up, Dr. Smith? What's good, sir?
What's
What's
going on? What's
What's
up?
going
going
on? What's going
on?
on? I can't. I feel like
What's
this
on
is
you?
becoming like a thing where I'm telling people right out the gate I can't stay. Um, I
Go
was
ahead.
breezing through real quick. I was gonna show love and give a like, but I gotta jump on the
Okay.
panel. I don't get to talk to my man's too often anymore. And you were talking to Packers, so I
Right.
had to come. I had to come through. You know.
Yeah, that's right. It's all on you. So what you thinking of everything so far?
Yeah, what you thinking so far?
Uh, uh so similar to the Bucks, right? Cautious optimism for me.
Right.
There are things to be optimistic about. I mean, right out the gate, there's a lot of good stories that, if you're really keeping up on it and you're nerding out over it like I am,
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Golden should be, excuse me, I'm sorry, should be getting everyone excited because he's
Oh yeah.
balling right now. You know what I mean? And this is a
He's
dude that
making
does
some
not.
people. He's gonna make someone expendable. I think he's doing that much where he's gonna make someone expendable.
Yeah, they talking
Where they're
about
gonna
either
Trade someone. I
with
think
the
they could
wide
trade.
receiver room.
Yeah. Yes.
yes.
That's what we're
Well,
taking.
let's talk about that because I mean I know in some Packer circles that's a conversation piece. Like, you know what I mean? Who stays, who goes? Because right now, if we're just talking about the wide receiver room, you got Matthew Golden, you got Christian Watson who will come back at some point. You got Romeo Dobbs, you got Dontavian Wicks, you got
Mm-hmm.
Jaden Reed, you got McCole Hardman who we just brought on,
Right.
got
Remember,
Malik
Bo
Heath.
Melton is corner now. He's not no longer wide receiver right now. Bo Melton is
And
corner.
right, and Bo Melton switched over to the side, and that's probably so that he could save to stay on the team, right? Because I believe it's easier to make the team as a cornerback right now than it is a
Mm-hmm.
wide receiver.
Yeah.
With
I agree with
with
that.
the current, we also got Savion Williams. So I mean, like that is a loaded room. They're not gonna Savion Williams and Golden and Matthew Golden are gonna be on the team just by virtue of having been drafted, right? So
Correct.
that doesn't like automatically guarantee you a spot, but it's like 99% you're on the team if you just got drafted, right? And so who becomes expendable? Who do you guys think? Like for you, who do you, because I don't think they take all of those guys on the team. I don't. I
I
agree
don't know.
with
I
that.
think
I
like a
don't.
Bo Melton is expendable. I would say. What is another receiver? I
I'm
wonder
a
if I want to say like not to be crazy, but is Watson expendable if Golden starts balling like that? Is he or
For
he
me,
has?
you asking me?
Yeah.
No,
No.
not
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
I don't think I don't Matthew Golden doesn't replace what Christian Watson does for you. He's fast, right? But Christian Watson is fast and big.
Big. Right.
And he's probably like our best blocking
Right.
wide receiver, which is major in our offense, right?
Right.
Especially as we are trying to do more with Josh Jacobs. I mean, you can see it. They are moving into a more power version of this team. They went out and they signed Aaron Banks, the guard, right? They
Right.
drafted Anthony Belton, who right now is going back
We
and
got the
forth between
cornerback
guard.
Hobbs. We signed Hobbs, the cornerback.
We
Mm-hmm.
did, but I'm just strictly talking about like
Okay.
our running game, right?
Okay.
Just
yeah.
as far as our running game is concerned, it looks like we're trying to go toward a more power game, and if you're going to do that, then you need blocking, receivers down the field. We have Tucker Craft as a tight end. He's like one of the better blocking tight ends in football. So he's someone that you should be, if you're a Packer fan, you should be excited that you have someone who is a good blocking tight end, but B is also an A plus for us in the receiving game. So he's a dual
Mm,
threat,
right.
right? I'm not saying he's Gronkowski. I'm not saying that. No one was Gronkowski, right? But he's of that mold where he can give you both, right? He's the
Mark
same thing.
Chmura. Mark Chmura is what I would compare him to.
Tremora, right? If you're using the guys of the current day, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's of the mold of the two, in my opinion, the two
Mm-hmm.
best tight ends in football,
Well, Kittle.
right? Kittle and I mean Kelsey's always going to be in that conversation, but Kelsey is getting older, so for me, it's Kittle and the brother from Baltimore. Oh
Andrews?
shoot.
Mark Andrews.
Andrews. To me, in my opinion, those are the two best tight ends. And Kelsey's in there. That that's your big three. But he's like that. He's not as good as those guys yet. I think he can be in the future. That's
Yeah.
just my
My
hopeful
ceiling for
prediction.
him is like a Mark Tremura. At the very high, I would say Keith Jackson as far as in a Packers uniform. I can see
Okay.
it. That's what I would see as ceiling, and I would
Okay.
see as like middle of the road like a Michael Finley. But I know he'll already be better than Michael Finley. Michael Finley had a lot of speed. He dropped passes every now and again, but he was a Pro Bowl caliber tight end at the end of the day if
Yeah.
you looked at the number. But I'm just saying
Oh
along
yeah.
those moles, I think he can be somewhere in there among them three players. Like if we put them all together, I think that would be something of what we have with Kraft. And I still like Musgrave. I've always been a fan of Musgrave. Musgrave just need to get in the weight room. That's his only problem is weight room.
Yeah, because last year there was a
He was
play
getting pushed
he has
around.
to watch. He has to that play where the dude blocked him and he got blocked almost into a flip. He has to watch that off of him because that's on his career highlights. He got blocked and he went into a flip. That shouldn't even happen. You're a grown man, bro. Like you know what I mean? And that's on his highlight reel. As
And
far
that's
as
why
Jermichael Finley,
go ahead.
that's bad. Jermichael Finley. Jermichael Finley to me probably has all of those guys in receiving, like his receiving
Receiving.
ability.
Correct.
Right? They formed the entire offense around Jermichael Finley. Right? I can't remember how good of a blocker he was. I would like to think though that Tucker Kraft is a better blocker than Jermichael Finley, but Jermichael Finley also couldn't stay healthy.
That was
You know
his
what I mean?
problem,
So
right?
Jermichael. Right. So you had that year that Yodo, that's when they all started calling him Yodo, like year to take over or whatever. And that was the year just before we won the Super Bowl. Remember, we got put out by the Cardinals, right? He was like, it was going scorched earth on the league, if you remember that,
Right.
prior to that, right? The year that we won the Super Bowl in 2010, he got hurt pretty early. And then we had to figure out our offense around him, which is probably the best thing that could happen to us. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It was a fourth game versus Washington. Like
You remember? Okay.
Four guys got hurt that game. Ryan Grant got hurt. He got hurt, and then Rodgers had like a concussion at the end of the game.
Yeah, that was a hospital game. So you better than me. I couldn't remember the game that he got hurt. I just remember that he got hurt.
That hospital game is crazy. Hospital game. Hold on 1 second,
crazy.
y'all. I just gotta say something real quick. Hold on. Joe Montana never came back from 28-3 in the Super Bowl. Good day, sir. I feel you. You know what? That's actually true. You know why? Joe Montana was too damn good to be put in that type of predicament in the first place, sir. There is no way on God's green earth that you think Joe Cool Montana would be down 28-3 against Matt Ryan? Or is that what we're talking about? Matt Ryan? You think that under any circumstances, the great Joe Montana would be outplayed on any level by Matt Ryan? Do you not understand Joe Montana is one of the greatest winners of all time? Do you not know he has the most clutch plays damn near of all time? Some of the biggest passes, not field goal kickers, not field goals, passes to win games, to win Super Bowls. Let me educate you for a few moments here on Mr. Montana, sir. Let's start in 81, sir. Let's start with the catch to Dwight Clark in the back of the end zone that ended that dynasty of the Dallas Cowboys. Not a field goal kicker. We don't know the field goal kicker for the 49ers. He was never needed like that. He was an accessory, not a necessity. Listen to the bars I'm spitting to you right now. Let's move along in Joe Cool's career. There was a man that they said was on his level. That man was Dan Marino. He cooked him. King cut his head off, took his crown back to San Francisco. Man, let's continue this conversation, right? We're going to talk about kings. We're talking about kings. John Elway is a king. Cut his head off twice, brought it back to San Francisco. Phil Simms is a king. Cut his head off, brought it back to San Francisco. Randall Cunningham cut his head off, back to San Francisco. He got trophies. He got trophies. He got trophies of getting real legends out of there. Tom Brady was going against Matt Hasselbeck, Russell Westbrook, Nick Foles. What are we talking about in comparison? The disrespect is crazy. None of those players that Tom Brady beat in the Super Bowl are better than John Elway. None of them are better than Dan Marino. What is wrong with you people? Do your
I've
own
seen you get fired
research.
up. I seen you
Jesus
get
Christ.
fired up about LeBron and Mike. This is starting to have like the LeBron and Mike. Is that?
Man, it is. It's the
I don't want to
same thing.
set them off.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
want to set
it.
them off.
That's the same thing. Ridiculous compare. I'm not saying Tom Brady isn't a great quarterback. I get that. That's cool. Say that. When you start talking too crazy and reckless, I'm going to start to check your resume. We got to do a background check. And the background check came back unapproved. Not enough. You didn't kill enough goats. Who did he kill? Who did Tom Brady? What king did he kill? Because I don't count Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning is soft. I don't count him. That's why his brother came back and got his money. His brother's like, oh, I got you. Don't even trip. Eli.
Twice.
Rain Man got y'all twice. Knock it off with the Tom Brady business. Knock it
The
off.
Rain Man. Eli is
Yeah.
the Rain.
Let me chill out. Let me chill out. Shout out to the Packers, though.
Mercy.
I expect big things from the Packers. I really think
We
they need to
hope.
take a leap this year. I think they're going to
We
take a
hope.
leap. They have to.
I
They have
think
to take it.
for me, we can't. All right, so the Packers of the two major teams that I support, right? The Packers are like the exact opposite of Milwaukee in that they're way more conservative. Not that they'll ever, as far as going out and making big moves and getting free agents to come join the team. Not that they'll never do that. They will
Right.
clearly do that, right? Our two best players are guys that they just picked up, in my opinion. I think our two
Okay.
best players are Xavier McKinney and Josh Jacobs, right? I think those are the
Yeah.
two like major, and they are uh, only just came to the team last year, right? Charles Woodson, first ballot Hall of Famer. They went out and got him. Mr.
Right.
Cool, salute. Reggie White, so on and so forth, right? They'll go out and get players, but they are not going to. There will never be a debate as to whether or not Jeff. There'll never be a debate as to whether or not the Packers just mortgaged their future, right? Whereas
Right.
sometimes Milwaukee will make moves that will make you question that. I'm not saying that they do it. I'm just saying that Milwaukee will is far more likely of the two teams to push their chips to the center of the table, right? What that's done though is that it does bring into question Green Bay's strategy because the truth is, and this is where I probably lose fans here, but I got to be honest. We have not been to the Super Bowl, let alone win the Super Bowl, since 2010, right? So there are people who are just about ready to be finished high school who are Packer fans who've never seen us in the big game. So at some point, there has to be some kind of we got to go for it move. So in the Packerverse, the latest conversation, it's not going to happen, right? But the latest conversation was, should we try to make a move for Michael Parsons? Because clearly, if you are able to pry him out of Dallas, it's again, this is not going to happen. This is a completely
Right.
irrelevant hypothetical, right? Because Dallas is not never going to give him up. But let's say, just for the sake of argument, Dallas was saying, "All right, Micah, whatever, man, we're done with you, whatever. Let's go out and get the most for him." Do you know what it would cost to get a Micah Parsons in his prime? And do
Right.
you think Green Bay would be the one to pay that cost? Because if you do, I have a whole bunch of bridges that I can sell you. There's no way Green Bay is going to do that, right? That would cost a first this year, a first next year, perhaps Romeo Dobbs, maybe a Dontavian Wicks. They're going to want someone to replace the production that they're losing at defensive ends. So that might be an LVN or Rashawn Gary. You know what I mean? All of that for one player and the money that he wants, because his whole beef is that he's not getting paid. It's the same
Mm-hmm.
thing with Trey Hendrickson. Earlier, it was the same thing with Myles Garrett. That seems like 1,000 years ago, but remember at the beginning of the offseason when Myles Garrett penned a letter to the Cleveland fan base saying, "Thank you, Cleveland, I'm gone." And that lasted for all of 10 minutes. Cleveland said, no, we're not making that mistake. And they paid him all the money. And now he went right back to Cleveland. Like, you know what I mean? And so Green Bay is never going to put themselves in a position where that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so we have, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, in my opinion, we have a couple of 9s and 10s, like a couple of Avengers.
Right.
Xavier McKinney to me is like an Avenger level. He's getting to the point where you can't throw to the middle of the
The
field.
field, correct.
And that's real. That's real. Like, I'm not saying he's Darrell. I'm not saying he's Dion. I'm not saying that. But to me, he's one of the 3 or 4 best safeties in football right now. That
I
I
want
don't
to
care
say
who you
something,
are.
and I don't want to overhype him, but his ball
Yeah.
hawking skills are very similar to my man, the number 20 from the Ravens.
Ed Reed.
Ed Reed.
Ed Reed?
Ed
I
Reed.
say
Yeah.
ball hawk. Like he's always by the ball, or like a Charles Woodson. He's always by the ball to make a play like
I
that.
like Ed Reed.
Yeah, like Ed.
I like Ed Reed as a comparison. He's not as good as Ed Reed, but I
Right.
like it as a
There's a
comparison. It's
comparison.
similar.
Right.
It's similar, right? Because
His
Ed Reed
his
would play
vision.
center
Let me say the
field.
vision. He's able to see things before they
Yeah.
happen, and that's what made Ed Reed great. He had vision. He could see what was happening before it happened. And I think I see some of that in Xavier. Like I said, I don't ever want to just say somebody's like Ed Reed. To me, Ed Reed is one of the top 5 safeties ever. Up there,
easy.
up there with
Easy.
Charles Woodson, with the Woodsons. Period. Charles Rod Woodson, if y'all remember Rod Woodson.
Rod Wilson. Oh,
Ronnie
yeah.
Little,
Yeah, Ronnie Little. Yeah, Ronnie Little.
right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Right? Miss Ronnie Little playing with the, what was it? With
Mhm.
the lost at whole damn finger. He
Right.
just said, cut it off, and I'm going back in the
Yeah.
game. See,
I
we can talk football.
Right.
Like,
The
this could be
one
a
we
football
forget. What's the
podcast.
quarterback for the Redskins that had the four flat speed? Green.
yeah,
It's like one of the fastest people ever.
Daryl Green. I always put him up there
Yeah.
too. Daryl Green. Yeah. But
You
I
know,
like
Troy.
McKinney though, and I like Josh Jacobs. I like that. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm concerned about Lloyd. I'm not saying it's his fault that he got hurt by Haas, but he's something is always happening to dude.
Yeah, he's
We're not. Something to me. I think that we should be focusing on the Wilson cat. I like his upside. Yeah, he played a little bit. Yeah, I like Wilson. I think he got some upside.
Yeah,
All right,
too.
so
Good looking, J. Cole.
I do like Emmanuel Wilson. I do. If it were up to me when it came down to the 53, because they got to keep.
Right.
They always talk about that, like how many of each position we keep. That's why it was an interesting conversation as far as like how many wide receivers do you think we keep? Because I personally would go. So you need Christian Watson. You need him, right? And he is not expendable. He is not in my opinion. He opens up your offense. If he's on the field, you have to play someone deep. Otherwise, Christian Watson for 40. Watson for 40. Like that's gonna happen. You need him. Matthew Golden, obviously. Romeo Dobbs. Who am I at? Jaden Reed. Dontavian Wicks. I go McCole Hardman.
But
Okay. But what does that do? They said Malik Heath. I think I misspoke.
He makes the team.
Yeah, I don't think he makes. He's not. I misspoke earlier. So Bo Melton is on defense now. He's no longer on offense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Full time. So he would make the team, and I think he makes the team too as a corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think he's full time a corner. As far as running backs, I think we carry 4. And it would be Josh Jacobs, it would be Marshawn Lloyd, it would be Emmanuel Wilson, it would be Chris Brooks. Now, for me, they all offer you something different. This is what I like about my running back room. Josh Jacobs is your everything dude, right? But to me, leans more into power, right?
Yeah,
you can't bring him down with one person. Just don't even bother. To me, one of the plays of the season, even though it was in a losing effort, was when we were playing the Eagles in the playoff game and we were losing that game, and Josh Jacobs took the ball, and that dude was touched like 15 yards before he finally went down. You remember? And the guy was holding on to his shirt, and he said, "I'm not going down." Like that kind of stuff. That's why I watch football, right? He definitely makes the team, but
Dr. Smith is cooking,
right? You know what I'm saying? But the change of pace. This is why I really do hope that Marshawn Lloyd gets on the field. I think he's going to get on the field. I do, right?
He
I'm
will.
just as frustrated as everybody else with the injuries, but I think he's going to get on the field sooner than later. And the reason that you need him is that as much as I love Josh Jacobs, he's one of my favorite players in football,
Agreed.
and he was that when he was playing for the Raiders. I just love the way he runs, but he's not a consistent home run threat. He's not. He's not going to run away from people. He'll run through people.
But not
He'll
away.
carry people. You know what I mean? But he's not going to run away from people, right? We don't, and we haven't had somebody like that outside of Christian Watson for a minute that could run away from people, right? You know what I mean?
Amon
Jaden Reed's
Green.
pretty.
Amon Green was the last
Amon
player.
Green.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
But
That could,
and I was going to say Jordy Nelson. Jordy
yeah,
Nelson
Jordy
would get the
Nelson.
ball,
Oh
get two
my
steps
God.
on you, and
Oh,
to
my
infinity and
bad.
beyond.
Jordy Nelson
Yeah,
was that
he could
dude
run
for
away
a
from you.
minute. Yeah,
Greg
Jordy
Jennings
Nelson.
to a certain
So,
extent, but definitely Jordy
well,
Nelson. Jordy Nelson was like a galloping horse, right? He was
Right.
just
That's what Jordy Nelson is what we're hoping that Watson could
Christian,
turn it.
exactly.
Yeah, the Watson could turn
That
into
I
the
think
Jordy. But the thing with
that.
Jordy that made him cold that people forget everybody talk about the speed, but it was the hands. If anything was around Jordy Nelson, he was catching it. I'm talking about like once he got his confidence and he was rolling, you could throw it anywhere at his arm's length and he was catching that ball. And his toe tapping ability, he had
Everything.
everything.
I was about to say, yeah, he had everything, right? Because he had IQ.
Right.
The best thing to me that Jordy Nelson did was to be able to play the playground football with Aaron Rodgers. When the play would break down,
Just go
they
deep.
had like that unspoken communication. It was telepathic, and he would know where to go, and Aaron Rodgers would find him. And all of those were broken plays. If they relied strictly on a set offense, I don't know how much we would have got.
Right.
The biggest thing that Jordy Nelson did was to actually be able to play off schedule with Aaron Rodgers. He's one of my favorite football players ever for sure. But um, to the point that I was making, Marshawn Lloyd can legitimately run away from people. So
That's
if
fair.
you are engineering your offense to lean more into your running game, right? First of all, imagine what this can do for Josh Jacobs if you could break him to the second level, and that's the first time he's getting touched. You can't bring him down with one person. And if the first person that's touching him is a safety, he's going to break that little safety. There's not too many safeties that want to see Josh Jacobs one-on-one in the open
Right.
field. Once I've
Him
gotten
him or
momentum
Him and
going.
Derrick Henry are probably the most physical running backs in the NFL
Oh
currently.
my gosh, yeah, Derrick Henry
no
just run
doubt.
through
But
your
he'll run
face,
away
right? You know
from
what
you,
I mean?
which is crazy though. Like he can run through you and away from you. That's a whole different.
He has
thing.
everything. He has everything. The only thing that I would say that Derrick Henry doesn't have is that short area.
He's
Like,
not shifting it. He's not shifty.
yeah, like the dude in Tampa Bay now. What
Right.
is his name? I can't remember his
Buck,
name, but he's a
Buck,
rookie.
Buck Irvin, Bucky Irvin,
Who?
Bucky
Bucky
Bucky.
Irvin.
Irvin.
Exact. Thank you, bro. Thank you. That guy, you can. Oh my
Football
gosh,
now
it's
in
like
the
Allen
eye.
Iverson. Oh, it's like Allen Iverson. Have you seen him play? He is the real deal. Like he will murder you like in short area. That's
He
the
got a
only
lot
thing
of
that
Dante Hall in him, like just
oh,
got feet in the short area,
Oh,
or even like
yeah.
people always make what I'm saying, they don't give him his credit, but I always think of all time running backs. I always want to put him up there, and that's LaShawn McCoy. He has some of the
Yes.
best feet that I've ever seen,
Yes.
besides Barry Sanders. The best feet that I've seen from a running back is LaShawn
Eat you
McCoy.
alive.
Boy,
Eat you alive. Don't let it be snowing. Don't let it be snowing. There is no bringing him down,
there's
right? You know,
no reason. LaShawn
absolutely.
McCoy was.
that's
I know
Yeah.
why he talked crazy. People are like, why does he always talk like that? I'm like, y'all didn't watch McCoy play. Y'all don't really
Because he could
understand.
ball.
he was one of them. He was literally one of them. McCoy, man, listen, LaShawn. I know we had Tomlinson, and they were saying Tomlinson was like Barry, but I don't believe that. I really feel like the closest thing that we've seen to Barry Sanders is LaShawn McCoy.
Me too.
Okay, see, good. I didn't want to cut you off.
No, go ahead. That's all I want to say. Is to me, is
Who-
shiftiness, movement, what he can do in the hole. Who else can move like Barry Sanders that you can besides McCoy? I know Tomlinson was good, but he didn't have that much what Shady was doing. He can't do what Shady was doing.
But I didn't see Barry Sanders when I looked at LT. Like
But that's
I'm
what
sure
people
there
were
are
saying,
other,
though. That's what people were saying. as far as
like the same type of running back. He was maybe okay.
I
I
don't
would have
see
to
it.
talk to somebody
Yeah,
to really understand what you was, because I think talent, you can always compare
so,
the talent,
or
because I mean
Marshall Falk.
he was
Maybe a Marshall Falk would be better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
kind of, but
shifty.
not even really. I think those guys are in their own. There's always going to be comparisons,
Right.
right, with somebody. But to me, someone who is like Mike and Kobe, where they're clones of each
Right.
other. You know, for me, Barry and Saquon. Saquon's a clone of Barry Sanders. Like the way
Okay.
he's even physically
That's a good.
built. Like, you know what I mean?
That's a
Oh,
good
Like
one.
now I'm not saying he's as good. What I'm just saying, like the
Right.
style, the running style. He's very, like my favorite highlight of Barry Sanders was the Lions were playing the Patriots, and he got up to the second level, and so his safety wasn't in front of him enough where he could turn, plant, and tackle. So he was trying to run out in front of Barry Sanders enough
True, Kenny.
that he could turn around and get the angle, right? Because if he would have just stopped, then Barry Sanders would have just. But Barry Sanders sees this. So this guy is trying to run out in front, and first of all, he doesn't have the wheels to do it. So at some point, he's going to have to stop and commit, right? Because Barry Sanders is just gaining yards with him just trying to get enough space to
turn
turn around and
around.
tackle. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You still
Yeah.
follow? Barry Sanders just kept following him, just kept weaving with him, right? And the dude was just getting turned
Turned around.
and
Right.
turned and turned and turned. He made a fool out of that man. I mean, it was Barry Sanders was something else to watch, man. With Tomlinson, I think that was like the heyday for running backs too,
Yeah.
because I think someone that keeps getting forgotten in time is Priest Holmes, and I
Oh,
thought,
whoa,
I
whoa,
was going
yes,
to
right,
say,
yes.
I
But
was
then,
going
hey,
to
we
right,
could get into if you want to talk Priest Holmes. I would say Larry Johnson before Priest Holmes, but that's a different topic. But go ahead.
Oh,
he came after
Yeah,
Larry Johnson. I thought came after
he
Priest
did.
Holmes. That
He
was
did.
right. So
Jeremy
for
Lewis,
me,
Ravens. Jeremy Lewis from the Ravens.
Jamal Lewis. Jamal Lewis.
Ball.
Jamal Lewis,
Oh, yeah, yeah. It
yeah.
was a running
I
back
mean,
air for me. That was a
it was
little
a bunch.
air.
It was
Yeah,
a
because you
bunch,
had
right? But
Priest.
to me, those are your
Hmm.
big three. You know, it
Yeah.
was Tomlinson, Holmes, and Marshall Faulk. To me, were the
Hmm.
best three at that time. You know what I
Right.
mean? But yeah, for sure, for sure.
Marshall Faulk
Um,
too was one of them too. Marshall Faulk might be even underrated to a certain extent. When you talk all time, it takes a while before you bring up Marshall Faulk, and he's a guy that got 1,000 yards receiving, rushing like a McCaffrey. I don't know
yeah,
if
well,
people consider him in the top 10, like
But
of
he
all
been
time.
he
that's
been
your litmus test
long.
then.
I think he been the coach too long. That was probably what the problem was because it was losing so
Well,
much. It was losing so much. Then we got traded to the Rams.
He got
Then he had
active. Yeah, he got active.
To me, that's your litmus test, right? If somebody can't tell you Marshall Faulk, then they're not like you need more time in the library, in the
Right.
football library, because that dude was Superman.
Oh yeah,
Like
he
he
was
was the best player in. Like he wasn't the best running back.
best
He
player.
was the best player when he was balling. So to not know him, that's like saying you don't know who Ray Lewis is. It's crazy. Like when Ray Lewis was playing, he
Right,
was
Ray
the best
Lewis.
player. We're talking about the people who occupy like the number one spot in football, period. Like so, like for me right now, I don't even know who I would put in the clear cut number one. I mean, you have your quarterbacks. I mean, yeah, okay, Kansas City's, yeah.
Mahomes. Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes. Yeah, I would still probably say Mahomes because he's incredible, but and then Josh Allen's got to be in that conversation. Lamar
Lamar
Jackson's got
Jackson.
to be in that conversation. But to me, it's not clear cut. When Marshall Faulk was playing, it was Marshall Faulk, LaDainian Tomlinson, everybody else, right? And to me, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? They were balling. Like these were guaranteed. They were guaranteed buckets,
Right.
right? To what we were saying. Um, Marshawn Lloyd gives you that change of pace. The reason why I would say him over Emmanuel Wilson is that I saw somebody else making this argument. I agree. If Josh Jacobs, God forbid, if Josh Jacobs were for whatever reason to go
Right.
down, the next guy to get your every down yards is Emmanuel Wilson
Right.
because he's cut from the same cloth. He's not as good, but he's kind of like your everything
Yeah.
running back, right?
Yeah, I
He's not your
agree.
change of pace running back though. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Neither is Chris Brooks. Your change of pace running back is someone like a Marshawn. If you are able to give Marshawn Lloyd 5 yards of like untouched, like I can get to the second level, that could be a Jordy Nelson moment.
Mm.
That could be a like I'm opening up my strides. I can run away from people, and we don't have any other running
Damn,
backs
they
that can
bringing
do
us
that.
some good running backs now. Damn,
Ah,
Jamal,
Jamal Charles,
Charles.
yeah,
Damn, see, we forget. Damn, Jamal Charles.
yeah,
Oh,
He was one of them for a minute. He
yeah,
had
woo!
he
yeah.
had some breakaway speed. Chris 2K. You know what I'm saying? Chris
At the same
Johnson.
time, they
That's a
existed at the
that's a
same
person that
time.
had to get away. Somebody that had real speed was Chris
Run
Johnson.
away from
Run
right.
away from
And
you.
what I'm saying is that on our team, again, I'm not saying these guys are as fast or are
Mhm.
as good, but Marshawn Lloyd for us could be that where
That
you legit, if I can break it, I'm gone.
gone.
Forget it.
Yep.
Just put 6 points up on the board, right? We needed something like that, so which is why I'm excited for him. But it is frustrating. Like every 10 seconds, he's getting hurt for something. You
Right.
got to feel like the sun has got to come out at some point. Like you know what I
Good
mean?
point.
Like it's
Good point.
but we'll see.
All right.
We'll see as far as the running backs are concerned. But I cautiously optimistic. There are some players who I don't think right now. I'm talking about on the Packers right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think are getting talked about enough, right?
Okay.
And we are talking about them. Edgerrin Cooper might end up being the best middle line, not
Yeah.
middle, but best linebacker in football within the next 2 years. That's how good he is. He is this close. He is this close. That brother's speed is shocking. Like it's see, and this is the thing, right? The combine only measures straightforward speed, right? How fast you run in the 40.
Not east to
Football
west.
speed is
East to
right,
west.
and it's different. It's not instinctive, right? And so you can get people who are fast, but they're not explosive, right? The thing that
Quay
makes you
Walker.
fast, right? That's a good argument. Although I will hope that he's figured it out
Okay,
because
that's fair.
I was on the same bus as everybody else. Quay, thank you, brother. Please go sit down. Right? He was he was very close. He was very Kyle Kuzma-ish, right? Just go sit down. Thank you for trying. Go sit down, right? But he salvaged it with the last couple of games that he had last season and played the best football of his career, right? And we finally saw like two linebackers with that type of speed who were comfortable playing with that kind of speed. Edgerrin Cooper, I've not seen him uncomfortable running forward. You know what I mean? I'll miss, but I'm coming at you like a rocket. Quay Walker always looked like you could see like the equations, like that
Mm-hmm.
meme that they put up on some of those YouTube videos,
Yeah,
like
with all the
y
mouth.
plus 2x, right? Plus, like it was too much, and it's because of that that people were saying simplify it, have McDuffie as your middle linebacker
Mm-hmm.
because he's done it before. Have Quay as your off,
I like
you
that
know,
better.
and then it's not as much thinking. But Quay Walker actually started to get better at it. So my hope is that he continues that trend moving forward. If he doesn't, then you still have the option of moving McDuffie to the middle, move Quay as an off-ball linebacker, and then have that be your three. And just remember, like a 4-3, our defensive, like our base defense, we rarely play in it, right? You know what I mean? So we are far more often like a 4-2-5,
We
like
have we have we
a
like to have an extra
3-2-6,
cornerback on the field. We always like to
Yeah.
have an
or,
extra
or
or safety.
right. Right, or a defensive back, right? There's just a lot of different things. Like there are different things that you could do
Mm-hmm.
for different situations, right? So take someone like Javon Bullitt. Like we're getting like right into the weeds
Yeah.
right now, right? Take someone like Javon Bullitt came last year. I like Javon Bullitt because he can come and
And
hit
hit you
and
right.
knock you out, right? You know what I mean? Bull, he knocks people out. Where I think he's shaky is trying to defend people with that same type of short area quickness that I was talking about. So slot corners, really shifty slot corners are going to give him or have given him in the past trouble. Someone like a Jaden Reed, right, would annihilate
Mm-hmm.
Javon
Javon
Bullitt,
Bullet.
right? So we're learning what his strengths are, right? If you, in my opinion, if you're going to use him at his best, then you bring him in on downs where it looks like it's going to be more of a run than anything else. And then he's an extra run defender. I like him
I
in
like
that
that.
regard,
Hey, Dr. Smith is
right?
cooking.
As a big nick, as a big nickel, right? If it looks more like an obvious passing play, I think he can be on the field, but I would rather have Carrington Valentine on the field
Got
in that
put
regard
the
with your three corners, right? So whenever Nate Hobbs comes back, I'm injured already, right? Whenever he comes back, you have Keyshawn on one side, Nate on the other side, and Carrington Valentine with McKinney and Williams. And I like that formation against passes better. So I mean, they're just different things you could do. The more you can do, right? The more versatile you can be, the better off you're gonna be.
No, that's definitely a fact. And
I know
I'm still the only thing I want to change on the Packers organization. Still, I would love to eliminate our entire strength and conditioning team. Everybody that's involved with strength and conditioning, I would love for them to be removed. This team, the Green Bay Packers, suffer more injuries yearly than any other team in the NFL, in my opinion, especially the key players. Anybody on the strength and conditioning team from the top bottom needs to be removed. None of you know what you're doing. I would rather that the Packers work out with tempo or Peloton than the strength and conditioning team for the Green Bay Packers. They're awful. All of you are terrible, and you should feel bad. I hope you're not sleeping well at night. Every time I turn around, it's a Packer going down for the last like 10 years. Every time I turn around, it's a Packer going down. Are y'all not stretching? Are y'all not taking, are y'all drinking Gatorade when y'all out there? Like, do y'all need to start doing yoga and Pilates? Should that be instituted within the Packers? I mean, like, what's going on? Your whole point of strength and conditioning is to strengthen and condition these players so they don't get hurt. Why is the opposite happening all the time? The Packers injuries, injuries. I wonder if Bakhtiari would still be around if we had a different strength and conditioning coach.
man.
What's the dude we let go from the Bucks that was on the bench that messed up Giannis shooting form?
Ooh, messed
Oppenheimer,
up.
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, all of them is Oppenheimers. The whole thing Oppenheimer. They're in there to sabotage and cause confusion. I don't like anybody on the strength and conditioning staff. Absolutely horrible. What are
You get
y'all
them.
doing? It's
You give them all
ridiculous.
pink slips.
Man,
You
that's
send them all.
ridiculous. They were playing a much more physical game back in the day with the Packers. Much more physical. During the Don Majkowski era, early Favre era, it wasn't even people getting hurt like that.
No.
Now with all this technology, we suffered injuries left and right. Explain yourself, strength and conditioning.
See, I think
Explain
it's
yourself.
I think it's 2 steps forward, sometimes 3 steps back with where we are with football, right? Because there's only so many practices that we're allowed to have,
Mm-hmm.
Was that
right?
yeah?
In pads, right? And so there's an argument. I don't know where I sit with it, right? There's an
Mm-hmm.
argument though that the less physical that you're allowed to be, the harder it is on players when you do go up against teams that are built bigger and
Yes.
stronger than you.
Yes.
But I don't know if that's a strength and conditioning thing or whether that is what the players have bargained for in their collective bargaining agreement when it comes to the practices and how many padded practices they're allowed to have. Conversely, though, I do think that back in the day, some teams used to go too far, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there was the player in Minnesota who died from
Right.
dehydration during training camp, right? You know what I mean? And used to
Before
see, you know what I'm talking about? So, obviously there's a happy medium in there somewhere. What I do like that the Packers are doing now is that they're really fast, quick twitch players that seem to have problems with their hamstrings, right? So you had Christian Watson with it. You had Eric Stokes with it. You had Marshawn Lloyd who went down there to do it. I want to
The
say someone
stems or the
else.
stem cells.
Well, they went to the university. There's a university somewhere over there. I think
Oh.
University of Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Their is it their PT department, their sports PT department? Don't quote me on that, but
Okay.
I do know that they are getting sent to a university in their athletic sports medicine department, and it's that school that helped to even out Christian Watson's hamstrings. Because in the very
Right.
beginning, Christian Watson was having a problem with that, and what they found was that one of his legs was way more developed. We are way in the weeds right now. This is,
Mm.
I'm telling you, I'm far more football than basketball, and I love basketball. But this is,
Go ahead before we.
Go
Hey,
ahead,
go
man.
ahead, style. Yeah,
yeah,
go ahead, cook. And
yeah.
then we
But
gonna probably go live Saturday at halftime of the Packer preseason game because by then
okay.
Jordan Love should be done. So just to save something for that too though. But go ahead, Dr.
If
Swift.
I'm around, because I might be
Okay.
out and about, but for sure, if I'm available, definitely, because we gotta get your football channel going for
All right.
sure, right? But
Yeah,
what I was saying was Christian Watson had one leg that was more developed than the other one,
yeah, I
right?
heard
And
that.
so what they were finding, you're right.
Mm.
So what they were finding was that he was putting a lot more stress on one leg, and it was leading to these hamstring injuries. And what they did was pretty cutting edge. They just basically had a lot of, thank you, University of Wisconsin, thank you, Robert.
Yeah,
Um, they did like a lot of stress testing and to find out what the percentage was as far as like one leg's development versus the other leg's
What up,
development,
B Shay?
and they just did a lot of work to even him out, and the work got him to as close to even as he had been in his professional career, and allowed him to play with the type of pace that we wanted him to play with.
Mm-hmm.
Now he still got hurt, but it didn't have anything to do with his hamstrings,
Right.
right?
no,
Marshawn Lloyd, same thing. So Marshawn Lloyd, I don't know. There's some highlight videos, some training videos that they were showing where you see this dude's short area quickness. If he can get past some of these other injuries, I'm telling you, this dude is going to be trouble. Because
Salute, B Shay.
his feet are just too quick. He's and if he can do that with some common sense, he could be our Bucky Irvin
Mm.
and just going. You know what I mean? I'm kind of excited about that to see where we go with that. I'm excited about having a player like Savion Williams
Yep.
on the team, right? Because we can get
Everybody's
back to
really
build.
high on him. Everybody's
yeah,
really high
right.
on him.
He
Yeah,
was. I saw him at practice. He was on the side. He was a little hurt. He had a little injury, but he was tall. Like I'm like 6'3". That guy, he's gonna be special too. So I'm kind of they probably got a little gym with him too. So they want him more for his size. So that's why we
Okay.
is Dobbs
and
gonna
what he
be
could
here?
do in the open field. He's like an
Yeah,
open field man. Just so, but yeah, I'm jealous. You got a chance to go to one of these Packer practices.
Mm-hmm.
it was a little hot though. It was hot that day, man. But
I'd
it was,
I'd have been out there with you. Man, I'm still thinking about coming. I was gonna. That was one of my plans was I was gonna come up to one of these practices and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot, and see it when there's less people. You know what I mean? I'd probably looked
it's
y'all
great
up
night.
because I
Uh,
know Milwaukee is not that far
nah.
from Green Bay
Nah.
or
I worked
whatever.
there.
But I had a work trip that I had to go away for, so I mean I kind of scrapped that plan. But at some point for
Yeah.
sure, I'm definitely gonna.
Absolutely. We gonna definitely do something. I might have to come down there for the Essence though. I'm trying to work that out.
Oh,
You
there's
feel
a
me?
bit. You come through, come
Oh no,
through,
no,
come
that's
through.
100%. So it would be for next year though. At this point, because it already happened. So like for next year,
I'll
I've
still be
already.
here.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I've already talked to my constituents. We're orchestrating our plan, and we'll be executed. I will keep you in the loop on that, Doctor Smith. But
Absolutely, you got people.
let's get your last words, VP. Then we gonna go to Doctor Smith. It's on you, VP.
Well, I mean, I really thank you guys for talking about the Packers today. I'm ready for the preseason. Going to start tomorrow, so it's going to be
Mm, you're
yeah,
right. You're right. My fault.
Mm.
yeah tomorrow. So it's not just the Packers. Packers play on
Right.
Saturday, but it starts tomorrow. So I'm really excited to see all the teams and all the drafting the fancy teams. I mean I can't wait. It's been so long waiting. I got new TV. I mean I'm ready. I am ready for
You
football season.
still doing old school fantasy?
Oh, I'm doing a lot of things. I'm doing best ball. I'm doing all that stuff, man. I mean, when
Hey,
it comes to,
I gotta watch Bleacher during this time of the season. He be in like 30, 30 leagues.
I'm in 45, man. I ain't
Shout
lying.
out to Bleacher. He gonna definitely participate. Shout out to Bleacher.
I'm trying to get some money.
Yeah, I feel you. I do one league. Me and my brothers, like 80 people in there, and it's not where you draft every week, so you don't have the same team. You just draft.
King, It's a guillotine league.
Yes, every
Yep.
week. You don't
Yep.
keep players. You draft who you want every week. It's just such a much better experience for me because
It's crazy.
say if you're doing a traditional draft, you get your number one pick. It's Christian McCaffrey. He get hurt the first game of the season. It's over for you. You can't
It's
recover
over.
from that. Where in this style, it don't matter. He get hurt up to the next. So just put that out there. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot less stress for me to. I had to quit fantasy because I was getting frustrated because of that. I done drafted all these that everybody getting hurt. Like I can't even play no more. How many people are on waiver wire? This is ridiculous. And then my brother came to me as like a ray of light. Like, bro, you need to stop this. Like, bro, you need to stop this. Wait. He is like, you too old for this. Let me show you something different. He put me on. I turn back. Said, shout out to most. All right, on to you, VP.
And he
My
got to
bad.
come on.
Yeah,
He
he
got to
gotta
come
come
on
on.
alive more.
Oh,
He got to come on alive more.
yeah, he
Yeah.
like to be behind the curtain. I know he like to be the wizard behind the curtain. I'm working on it though. He'll be on here more. I'm working on it. But go ahead, VP. Then we will go to Dr. Smith. It's on you. My bad.
Well, I'm excited for the Packers season. They got to make some noise. I gotta pretty much downplay some Bears fans that have been talking crazy last couple weeks. They're like, well, we better than the Packers and we beat them. You won one game. You still suck.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
Caleb Lewis ain't that good. He can't play.
The Bears.
So I don't know where he's been. The only thing you got is Seth Rollins, and he's 0-3 against Kobe still. So
Do you know how you stop people from talking by winning? That's it. When we start putting hands and feet on, we allow them to talk by giving them a win. If we don't allow them to win, they can't talk. It don't matter. They shouldn't be beating us at all. They shouldn't be beating us at all. Period. But go ahead, VP. My bad, bro. Go ahead.
they won real quick. They won off a game we even needed, and Christian Watson got hurt.
Yeah, true.
So come on, man. But I'm ready for this season. I'm ready.
Me too. Me too. We gonna definitely, like I said, go live probably Saturday night ish. So I'll keep y'all posted on that. On to you, Dr. Smith. Shout out B Shack.
Shout out B-Sack. So yeah, that I'm like I said, cautiously optimistic. I think for like the pack of junkies, right? The preseason should be like a good time for us because I think we're a deep team, right? And so there's a lot of players that probably wouldn't get on the field
Right.
otherwise that I'm still excited to see, right? Like a Savion Williams,
Right.
right? As much as I want to see him, I don't know how much he gets on the field during the season for like regular plays. Matt could surprise us and have him on the field for a number of different plays, but there are interesting players who are lower on the depth chart because I just think that we're a deeper team, right?
Right.
If Marshawn Lloyd were healthy, this is where you would see him. Savion Williams, right? Matthew
Yeah.
Golden is going to get on the field because even as much as he's lighting up training camp, he's still a rookie. So you
Right.
still got to get out there on the field, right? I like watching Malik Willis operate in this offense, and this is year 2 for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Belton, right? They call him Escalade. I want to see him get out there and move people around. Like,
Right.
let's start throwing some people around. I want to see 99 on our team. The
Oh
brother who
yeah.
just came over from Texas. I wish Colin
They
Oliver weren't
work.
hurt, right?
They say
Uh, Co-
working.
yeah, he's worked, but you know what I mean? It's there are a lot of interesting players to watch. I think last year was arrested development. It was stunted, right? Because Jordan got hurt in the first game. Jordan is a rhythm quarterback. He never
Never
really
gonna
got
be
into
good.
the rhythm of the flow
I agree.
of the season. There were a
Great
number of
point.
different injuries that he
That's a
got,
great point.
right? And so it was very herky jerky. Like the plane couldn't really get off the tarmac last year, and it was frustrating. Um, I think that if he's healthy, and that's a big if, because he's healthy right now, but we got to keep him healthy. If he's healthy and he's able to get into that rhythm, the possibility of him getting back to where he was 2 seasons ago,
Mm-hmm.
the second part, where he was one of the 5 best quarterbacks in football, because
Right.
everything was on time, and you combine that with Matt LaFleur's mind on offense, with some of the other weapons that we have. Jordan Love was looking that good without Josh Jacobs. Jordan Love was looking that good without a Matthew Golden, right? We
Mm.
have new added weapons. Jordan Love was looking that good when Tucker Kraft hadn't arrived yet, right? So if you remember, Luke
He's spitting
Musgrave
now.
was the
Yeah.
was the best tight end, or he was higher on the depth chart. Now Tucker Kraft has become one of the better tight ends in football. Matthew Golden does have an opportunity to be rookie of the year or offensive rookie of the year because of the way he plays. We will get Christian Watson back sooner than later. Josh Jacobs is one of the best running backs in football. Like, there's a lot to be
Mm.
excited about, and that's just on offense. Our best player is on defense with Xavier McKinney.
Right.
How many people are going to play the game of where we can't throw the ball at him and just go complete Darrell Revis? We're just going to use the other side of the field because there's only so much of that you could do if Xavier McKinney is smack in the middle of the field. So you're going to have to use the perimeter, or you're just going to have to bite the bullet and say, well, we're going to test him because he's not invincible. And I think when you test him, another 6 interceptions in a row.
Mm.
Like,
All right.
go ahead and keep trying him. That's what I'm excited about. Keep trying him because I'm a believer now. That
Agreed.
dude can end
Same.
up being one of the best safeties ever. He's one of the 5 best right now. He can
Facts.
end up being one of the best safeties ever. He's only what, 26?
Yeah, something
So
like that.
he's
Yeah.
young enough. You see what I'm saying? Like all of that maturity, all that skill, he's still young enough to be my kid. That dude is only 26 years old. So like that's the stuff I'm really excited about, right? I think Edgerrin Cooper in 2 seasons is the best linebacker in football. You
Oh my
heard it here. Two
God.
seasons, he's the best linebacker in football. 2 seasons. And we have another guy in Isaiah Simmons who could be resurrecting his career, right?
I forgot
Had
totally about
this
that.
right?
Yeah.
Had all of the mechanics, not the mechanics, the physical school, the skills, tools that Edgerrin Cooper had, but he didn't have.
The mental.
And I don't think that they were using him correctly in the other teams that he's been on, right? I think Jeff Hafley, I think the world of him, our defensive coordinator.
Agreed.
Oh my God, he's so good.
Watch,
He's good.
yeah, and cherish this season because he's good enough that he won't be here for much longer, right? Someone is going to give him a head coaching job. One of these bum teams that
Mm-hmm.
can't ever get out of their way. Carolina, one of them chump teams like that can't ever get it together. He's going to end up being their coach. Cleveland, somebody like that. So appreciate him now because it's just like Baltimore was 2 years ago when they were
Yeah.
like one of the historically best defenses we've ever seen. Remember that
Yeah.
team,
Housing.
and right, and that defensive coordinator immediately got the head coaching job in Seattle. That's what happens, right? So I think that is the very real potential for Jeff Hafley. I'm bringing him up because you have someone like that that can unlock Isaiah Simmons. That's like my low key.
And that's why
Um,
coaching matters, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what coaching matters.
Right. And that's my hot take, right? Because Isaiah Simmons, who could barely stay on other teams, I think is going to be a crucial factor for us, right?
Mm.
If you have Isaiah Simmons, Quay Walker, and Edgerrin Cooper on the field at the same time, that's the fastest linebacking core in football. The
Right.
fastest. Now, being fast in a 40 does not
Mm.
necessarily mean you play fast. I don't know how many people know that Quay Walker actually had a faster 40 than Edgerrin Cooper. I told you, we can go right in the woods
Mm.
with me,
Go
right?
right in the woods,
But if you
man.
watch Edgerrin Cooper play, he is
He's
so explosive that he's a bloodhound, right? There's no doubt in him. We are hoping that Quay Walker continues to develop in that way. We are hoping that Isaiah Simmons can be unlocked. I have not lost faith in Isaiah McDuffie.
okay.
My hot take is that that can end up being our best room
For
on the
linebacker.
team,
Okay, the
Fuck it.
linebacker.
right? The linebacker room. That's my hot take. Right now, I would
Mm.
still probably say it's either the safeties or the running backs, those two rooms, but it could end up being
The
the
linebacker.
linebackers, and I'm
That's
excited about that. So this is, but I mean, we're getting all this, and we're still in the toughest division in football now. It used to be the AFC North. It used
Uh,
to be the AFC West. It's the NFC
NFC
North now,
North time.
right?
Yep.
The Lions, the Vikings. As much as we clown on them, we like dunking on the Bears. The Bears, on paper, have a very good football team. Now they, you know, they find a way to be the Chicago Bears, right? And they always find a way to screw it up,
Right.
right? But they have talent on their team. So whatever strides we're making on our team, we need to make them to keep pace with everyone else in our division because our division can ball, right?
No,
So,
I agree. I agree. Great takes. Damn, great take. Salute to Dr.
you
Phil.
know,
Salute to the VP. That came with all types of statistics. And we got on-site reporting from Bleacher Report Boss. Shout out.
yeah, I
Yeah.
want to come to one of these practices. I'm
Shout
jealous, man. I'm
out.
jealous.
Salute,
You are
salute.
seeing it.
So we'll go live again, exclusively talk Packers after the first preseason game. We're going to see how Jordan Love looks, and we're going to chop it up. I'll let y'all know time and place, but usually around the same time, 8:30. You know, got to put the
All
baby to
right.
bed, walk the dog. Y'all know my routine. I'm
No
consistent.
good with.
Hey, consistency
Sure, for
breeds
sure.
greatness. Always remember that, y'all. All right.
I'm on borrowed time now. I'm on borrowed time now.
All
So I
right,
feel
y'all.
you.
Appreciate you. All right, Dr. Smith. All right, VP. Appreciate y'all.
Salute, salute.
So, another great conversation. Shout out to friends and family. What's good with y'all? All right, y'all. We about to get up out of here. If you haven't already, hit the like button. We will be spinning a block this Saturday after the Packers game. Please keep your notifications on. Check the post. We about to get it cracking. We moving into football season. We gonna see what the Brewers do. We got the Bucks coming. Just stay tuned. You know the content is coming. You know them shorts is coming. Hey, just keep the notifications on. I'm gonna keep you. We gonna keep you entertained. You subscribe to Amara's Logic, you're gonna stay entertained. There's always gonna be some content, interaction with the community, aka friends and family, aka Bucks Nation, aka Packers Nation, aka the smartest in the building. All right, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. I'm Amber. This is Amara's Logic. We just got done discussing Packers off season. More Shams nonsense of him saying Giannis want to leave. Talking about the Bucks upcoming season. Just a general, just kind of Wisconsin sports talk today. It'll be chapters next day, I believe, to display, so you can kind of look, you can kind of just click to what you want to listen to as far as from the pod. And just appreciate everybody tapping in. Salute to all the new subscribers. I see y'all new people in the comment section. The channel is really growing and it's broadening out to talking to more subjects, and I really like that as well. So appreciate y'all, man. Comment, like, subscribe, share the most electrifying content on YouTube. Gone.